Good afternoon, Big Blue Nation. It's Lee, that Kentucky basketball chick. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Lots of news that happened since the last time we talked. Lots of drama with these 5-for-5 players, or these really 2022 class players that still want to play college basketball. We'll get into all that. We're also about 11 days from kickoff for football, so we're getting real close, y'all. Real close. Week 0 is on Saturday, so we're excited. But you know what we gotta do first? We gotta get our ice cold Dr. Pepper. Yummy. I love Dr. Pepper. I even like some of their flavors that they have. Like, I just got the blackberry, which I've tried before, but this time it's just hitting. The blackberry's delicious. The strawberries and cream is good too. But let's get into some Kentucky sports. Let's talk a little bit about football, just because there's not a lot of news except that we are about to start football on September 5th, and we're about 11 days off till then, as I said. Really excited. Looks like Alex Afari is not going to be eligible as of right now, but he is trying to join the lawsuit that Mark Mitchell was in, or get added to it to get eligible. Good for Will Stein, saying you're not practicing with us until you're eligible. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We would really need him. I'm excited about football. I really am. And I'm more of a basketball person, hence the name That Kentucky Basketball Chick. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. That first game, Youngstown State, we should win. Shouldn't have a problem with that. We're going to the game. I think we're going to tailgate too, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's about all the football news that we have, except some stuff that's going on within the SEC conference, and we'll get into that as we talk about these 2022, let's get that right, 2022, not number 22, athletes that wanted to stay in college, and the NCAA is really fighting it. So we'll segue into basketball. As you guys know, Mark Mitchell is eligible. He was deemed eligible on Friday by a court in Louisville. So he has now committed to Kentucky. So excited. On Saturday, we got that news. It started kind of coming down the pipeline when Matt Jones of KSR tweeted that he was enrolling at Kentucky. And then not long after that, Joe Tipton tweeted that, yes, while he is doing this, his agent is putting out that he has still got other schools that he's looking at. I have no idea if that was true or not. But ultimately, at the end of the day, Mark Mitchell is going to be a Kentucky Wildcat. As of right now, he is eligible. The big question is, will that eligibility and that court ruling stay firm? Will it hold up, basically? And only time will tell. The NCAA is very much against, for whatever reason, letting this class of 2022 play. And so is the SEC. The SEC actually asked the judge to deny this TRO. And Greg Sankey, I'm sorry. In this situation, I disagree with you. The NCAA decided to do this 5-for-5 rule in the middle of summer after the transfer portal closed. Just open it up for them. What's one more year? I think we've argued this back and forth. Now, there is LSU just signed RJ Lewis. That's a little bit of a different situation in the fact that RJ Lewis entered the draft, stayed in the draft, I think was signed to the Utah Jazz. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't matter because then he went to the Boston Celtics. He has been a pro for 2 years. He's not part of that 2022 class. And if he is, it's a little bit different because he's been out of college for 2 years and been on a pro team roster, whatever. My details may be a little bit skewed, but from what I understand, that's what it is. And the SEC is speaking out against that, saying that if they continue to let these kids that have been on pro teams come back, they're actually thinking of not letting LSU play in conference games in all sports. And let me make sure that I read that correctly this morning, because I like to have correct information. And I don't like to be wrong. I want to be correct here. The SEC is seriously considering banning all LSU sports programs from conference play due to today's RJ Lewis eligibility ruling, per sources. Told the final decision will come in the next 2 weeks. That's Rob Reinhart. So, what a time to be alive, y'all. What a time to be alive. Now, I know Mark Mitchell, I believe, played in an NBA, like, summer league type thing. But I think it all has to do with, did you sign a contract? Did you do a two-way deal? It's just a little bit different than like this, or even the Charles Bediako thing. And the Charles Bediako thing, Alabama didn't even get like any consequences for that. So I hate how much of a circus this college basketball or college sports in general has become. The NCAA, all of this could have probably been avoided if they would have just, hey, let the 2022 class play for their 5th year. You know why they decided to leave is because they had no clue that this would be an option. They had no clue that this 5-for-5 rule was going to be in effect. And they, to me, are the only class that is being left out here. The class coming in is going to have 5 years of eligibility. The 2023 class will have 5 years of eligibility. The red shirt thing is gone. All of that. You have 5 years to play 5 years. If you get hurt, that counts as one. And then you go into the people with the COVID year. So this 2022 class is like, hey, you're drawing a line here, but we're not getting the same benefit that all these people have. So again, what's one more year? Let them play. I'd love to see what the NCAA legal fees are, because it seems like they're in court every single day fighting this stuff. And almost 9 times out of 10, the judges have ruled with these athletes. I think there's been like one case so far in Ohio that and the Colorado, that got blanket Colorado that's on a stay. And that doesn't even mean that it's a done deal. So we will see if Mark Mitchell stays eligible. But if he does, and that's what I'm thinking is going to happen, because I'm a Kentucky fan. I would love Mark Mitchell to be able to play. He dropped 30 points on us in the SEC tournament. He is a beast. He is the missing link to this team. It has raised our ceiling significantly. I believe this could be a Final Four contender. Easily a Final Four contender. Obviously, we got to see him play, because we haven't gotten to see him play. I'm trying to not go crazy like we did after that Purdue exhibition game last year and be like, oh, we're winning the Natty, all this stuff. But it is something to get excited about. And y'all, that starting lineup with Malachi Moreno, Milan Manchilovic, Mark Mitchell, Zoom Diallo, and Alex Wilkins, it's going to be a pretty good lineup. Pretty good lineup, and they're tall. They're very tall. Mark Mitchell also is going to, I think, be that O-way piece where if you need a bucket, you go get them. You go. Milan's going to be your shooter. Malachi hopefully will dunk the ball this year. I mean, we have a squad. Like I said, though, we do need to see them play. And I'm excited to see them play to really get a judge of it. But on paper, Final Four is definitely on the table. We are at least a top 10 team. I don't care what all these analytics people said, because after he was added to the team or committed, all these was it John Rothstein was like, my top 45, and Kentucky only moved like 2 spots, and it wasn't even like, this is a top 10 team for sure. I don't think Elite 8 is something that you could even say is not possible. I mean, anything's possible. Let's be real. But I'm excited. And I feel like that excitement, especially when, like, this transfer portal. The transfer portal, y'all, is not for the weak. It is not. I was getting to the point where I was like, guys, just wake me up when football season starts and when we have a team so I can see who it is, because we missed out on Rob Wright. We missed out on Tyron Stokes, Donnie Freeman, which Donnie Freeman is hurt, like done, not playing next year. So maybe, I don't know. Don't want to get that injury bug again, but I hope he has a speedy recovery, because I hate it when athletes get hurt. It's sad. It's really sad. But I'm excited. And y'all, Big Blue Nation, this is what we want. We want that excitement. We want to go into the preseason and the non-conference schedule just excited and ready and see what this team can do. We start November 3rd, I believe, like actual games. We play Kansas on November 10th. We have an exhibition game with Texas Tech, and I think they're going to add some more. Like, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be a fun time, and I think this team is going to be fun. Now, their one weakness is going to be defense. Hope has even said that. But the last time I checked, the way you win a basketball game is how many points you get, and that means how many buckets you can get. And we got some shooters. We got some go-getters. So I'm excited. Big Blue Nation, we need to be excited. It is what it is. This is our team. And as long as Mark Mitchell stays eligible, we're rocking and rolling. I liked the team before Mark Mitchell. I will say I did like it. There were questions on what they can do. The ceiling was definitely lower. I said, Sweet 16, maybe play yourself into Elite 8. But this could get real exciting real fast, and that's what it's all about. So, Big Blue Nation, let's rally behind this team. Let's get ready for basketball season. And it's only up from here. It's only up from here. Oh, and pray for no injuries, because I don't know if we can take another season of injuries. But I think even if somebody was slightly hurt, we have depth. It's not a big drop off. It's not. But like I said, we'll have to see how it goes. We'll have to see Pope's rotations. That's always been a question. We'll have to see how, really how big that drop off is, but I don't think it's going to be like it was last year. It's just really exciting. Like I said, it's something to get excited about. I don't care what anybody says. I'm excited. You're not going to rain on my parade, and it's going to be great. So let's get ready for football season. Let's get ready for that game on September 5th. We'll see what happens with Mark Mitchell, if that hearing or that ruling sticks, and we'll go from there. But until then, let's go Cats!